Hey yo. Alright, we in that thing. We in that thing. What's happening? What's happening? It's my first time. Yours truly, Criscoe Fontaine, by the way. First time streaming on YouTube. I'm really just trying to see if I know what the hell I'm doing. I've been streaming on Twitch, but it's been video games. Well, I'm about to play with some music, so I wanted to. I'm checking it out real quick. Uno momento, por favor. Alright. Yo, I'm about to play with some music, so I figured I'd just hit the live button and stream it. Why the fuck not? Uh, all right. So I use FL Studio. It's like my drink of choice when it comes to beat making. Um, and I'm actually in the middle of working on a project. The beats are made, but like I switch my beats up like draws. So I'll have a beat made and I'll literally sit on that beat for like months and then I'll go back to it and something about it just don't sit right with me or something. And I'll switch it up or I'll change it or something. And it'll be a completely different beat from the beginning to like the end, like when I record the song. So, but for the most part, I I've been pretty consistent with the beats on this project. It's called School Supplies. That's the name of the project. Don't ask me why. It's an inside deal. Like the only person that really would know is my sister. Shout out to my sister, by the way. But right now there's one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. Yeah, 9 tracks on it. It's more like a LP than an EP, to be honest. But um, I mean, it's a EP. I'm calling it an EP just because a lot of the songs are short. I don't have a whole lot of like the longest song is this one. And these are not the titles of the songs. These are just, I mean, if you look on anybody's Pro Tools or whatever DAW somebody might use, there's a bunch of different titles for beats or songs or whatever they have. A lot of them don't have anything to do with the title of the song. It helps me to remember what is what. So just disregard that. But uh, yeah, that's the projects. I got 9 tracks, and actually, uh, gotta bear with me. Bear with me for a second, please. Okay. Yeah. I'm just double checking something also. So, all right. So yeah, so I'm just gonna jump into it. I don't really have a rhyme or reason. I just hit the live button. I was gonna play around with some music for 30 minutes to an hour, maybe 30 minutes, because I got some other stuff I need to take care of. But um, so yeah, like say like this beat right here. All right. So this is right now, it's tentatively the number one track on the joint. Uh, it's people People Bryson. It's People Bryson sample. Feel the Fire. So that's why I titled it Feel the Fire. So it'll let me know what is what. But the name of the song, I really don't have a name for the song, to be honest with you. Because I've only written one verse for this. But I didn't intend for this song to be long. It's kind of an intro. I mean, it's the first track, but it's not like a typical intro. It's rapping, but it's like I'm just gonna play it. So I'm gonna turn it down. So and then like how I structure my beats is like really like simplistic. It works for me. I'm not saying that this is the perfect way or the best way or the even correct way to make beats in FL Studio. But like if I'm sampling in FL Studio, I a lot of times I'll make my chops in a virtual DJ is actually what I use, or I have Serato. Is it Serato? I feel like I didn't say that right. Yeah, Serato DJ. But virtual DJ is like my go-to. I've been using it for years. So I'll make chops in virtual DJ, and I'll take them into FL Studio. Just put all my chops in one folder so I can have them together. And I'll take them into FL Studio and I'll put it together in FL Studio instead of some people can do chops in FL Studio. I mean, I probably could, but it just works for me to do it in another project program and take it over. So in this case, with this beat, it's not really a lot of chops. It's kind of just dubbing loops and stacking loops on top of each other, and that's pretty much how I sample most of the beats on this project, and pretty much how I sample all together. It's more or less uh, just like loop stacking or loop manipulation. That's the best way I could describe it. But say like this beat, um, I'm gonna just go to it. Just start it. So I'm just gonna loop the pattern. Just gonna loop the pattern. See, it's like it's one sample. It's one sample. This is all I'm sampling. Like that's pretty much it. Like if I just like solo it, that's it. I go with my hi-hat, kind of bring it all in, throw a snare on, put a kick on it. That's it. For the most part. But that works for me. Like I like that sound. It's simple for the most part. I'm probably gonna get heavily copyrighted, but I'm just kind of fucking around. So like if I just let the beat play, I got it. Your intro, of just the sample. But this is the track number one. I'm not gonna play all of my beats because I don't want to play all of this project. Got my tag coming in. Come in with no bass line for the first couple. And bring it in. It. Like this, that's basically it. And then, so like what I did for the sample, I split it. So I got 2 tracks pretty much with the same sample in it because I wanted to isolate my lows. That way I could take them out and bring them in how I want it. I like the, so I'll take this off. I have this one set to track 2. This one is set to track 5, right? So in this one, I just use Maximus. It's a plugin in FL Studio. If you've ever used FL Studio, I'm sure it's another way you can, some kind of low end or high end bypass, or low end, whatever. And you can just strip what you don't want out. So for track 2, which I think is my main sample, I stripped out my low end. So I go over here to the low and I mute my lows, and then I keep my highs. Well, actually, no, I'm using the plug-in to manipulate the high and the mid. But typically when I do this, I'll EQ my mid and my high, and like either over here or in another plug-in, maybe EQ UO. Sometimes I'll get a sound that I like out of here. But typically, if I'm just trying to strip that low end out, I just use Maximus to strip the low end. So let's go. So I just want to play. So you don't hear none of the low end, right? If I bring Maximus in, I go to the low, and I put it on, brings it back in. But see, I wanted to isolate it so that I can bring this track in whenever I wanted to. Because this one, see how I EQ'd it, I got EQ-UO in this one. So I EQ'd everything out except for my lows and a little bit of the mid, like tapering into the mid. And then I brought Maximus in to mute my mids and my highs and keep the low end so I can get a cleaner low. Because the low over here, I have not mixed any of the low on this side. It's got it muted out. So when I turn the low on, it's not really I mean, it's in there, but it's not like a crisp bass line, you know what I'm saying? It's more or less, you know, part of the actual track, which it is. But I wanted to strip that part out of the track so that I can manipulate it and have it sound like a cleaner bass line, if that makes sense. So if I go over here, I mute this one, I play this one, which this one is Maximus is stripped out the mids and the highs, so the only thing that's playing is the low, and then I got the EQ-UO just coming back behind it. I probably don't even need that, but I do it. So when I play this, all you hear is the low end. And this is the low end of the same sample. These two are the exact same samples. I just made copies. I cloned it. That's all I did. I cloned this one. and it's the exact same thing. So if I go in here and I turn this off, you see, you hear the difference though. That's why I go ahead and I do EQUO. Just kind of come back behind the Maximus and clean the rest of that, what Maximus might leave behind. But you hear the difference when I turn it off and I turn it back on. It's kind of a, it's more of like, it kind of sounds like a guitar bass line or something. Bass guitar, I guess that's what I meant to say. So that's why I bring that in behind the Maximus. But say if I turn that off and I go into Maximus and I just turn this back on and this back on, it's the same sound. I actually, the only difference is in this one, you hear the in the beginning, it's kind of like a, not really a kick, but it's like a, it's a harsh sound in the beginning of this. See? So the only difference is on this one, I took that out. Like if you look at the wave, you see the difference in the wave because I shortened this one. The 12, number 12, I shortened it. I don't know, can you see my cursor? You can, yeah, you see my cursor. So 12, I shortened it to get that harsh sound. I guess it's kind of like a, it's not really a kick. It's kind of a, but right there at the beginning of that sample, I wanted to get that out of there. So all I did was took that out a little bit. The difference. The difference. The difference. That's the only difference. But the sample's the same. So let me get out of there. Sample's the same. So that's, I mean, that's kind of how I sample in a nutshell. I do want to break down something real quick while I'm live. I'm just kind of playing around with some music. I want to break down the Ghost House. Now, disregard what it says. It says Paris, France. I really don't know what direction I was going when I first made the song. When I first made this beat, I think Paris, France was gonna be something in the hook. I really don't know, but I'm gonna play the song first, and then I'm gonna take the vocals out, and then I'm gonna play around with the beat. And I just wanna, because I really like this beat. It's simple. It's a Super Mario sample, in case you didn't know. It's from my Super Fontaine's World EP. If you hadn't listened to it, please check it out. It is on this channel. It's on this channel. I mean, it's on any music streaming platform, pretty much, except for Pandora. I don't think it's on Pandora. But it's on Spotify. If you got Spotify, it's on Tidal. If you got that, Apple Music, it's on there also. Super Fontaine's World, 6 tracks. Go listen to it. But this one, this actually was the last song that I made for this, and I made the beat kind of. It was kind of throwaway-ish, but I think it came out. It's simple. Like the beat is really simple.
Future's bright and I'm glancing. Niggas taking all chances. Done the dance and I'm prancing. Cup full and I'm dancing. I'm dancing. I'm dancing. Dancing. Got my drink in my left hand. Pins tucked in my right one. Niggas know I'm the right one. Classic songs in my right one. I don't think that they heard me, dog. Lames think they can serve me, dog. I lane switch when I'm swerving, dog. I run shit like I'm Jeremy, dog. Fucking the game like a porn star. Straight to Chrysler for a foreign car. G-Wag with the sports bra. Tesla X for remote start. Horsepower like Yoshi. Don't act like you know me. Try to judge a book by its cover, end up red and then folded. Criscoe is a smooth one. Fuck one, I got two guns. One more make you run. So cut it out like a coupon. Pants sagging, no never. Niggas mad cause I'm clever. Make a beat, then write the heat, then recite the shit on the record. Crash course on how to wreck it. You can probably learn a few things. Well, I politely burn a little green. Inhale, release a little steam. Perfect the craft, adjust the tap till I'm the best you ever seen. Write my heart out, most of all, doing all this shit by any means.
Take a trip to the ghost house. Pop a bottle, make a toast now. Criscoe.
I wonder can I get copyrighted for my own shit?
Down to the host now. Kick back and listen to the cat who be having immaculate
I don't know about that. I don't see how I would, but I don't know.
ghost house where it goes
YouTube
down.
kind of tricky.
About to get the mark back. Wardrobe about to go all black.
But I really like making this song. It was fun. I think I got out of my element making this because the flow is a little different from what I normally how I normally write. And the beat is just like simple boom bap type shit. I mean, it's nothing too strenuous or nothing like that. It's
wordplay so dangerous. Drum major flow making hits. Stay finessing, never stressing.
I like it.
To the day I make cake from this. I may never make
I think it's one of my better songs.
Still gonna be straight.
Feel like that.
Still have steak on my plate. Still recording my place. Making moves at a rapid pace. Flyest rapper with a handsome face.
Slice of the pie, gotta give me a taste. Put on gas with no time to waste.
Take a trip to the ghost house. Pop a bottle, make a toast now. Criscoe is most now. So bow down to the host now.
Anyways,
Back and listen to the cat who be having immaculate flows now.
totally forgot what the fuck I was supposed to be doing to. Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna instrumental that thing real quick. So the beginning is really simple. I forgot what the hell I did. So the drum pattern. I mean, I don't know how basic of a drum pattern you can get. You can't get more basic than that. Just, that's it. And then the Super Mario sample is like when you about to go to one of the ghost house, like the ghost town or ghost house, the ghost house. That's what the music that's playing when you about to go in the ghost house. Unless I'm bugging. No, that's the ghost house. That's why I call it the ghost house. Okay. That's right. That was just it. That's it. You put that together. That's literally it. And then this one. Okay, so this one is. I did some manipulation in this one. So I got that in track 5. So added a convolver to it. So I'm gonna strip everything off, and you can hear the difference when I turn everything off. That convolver kind of adds a reverb echo type of effect. And then I came over here to Maximus again and I stripped the mids. So the high, I got the high turned off in the plug-in, but it's still playing like through the regular track. I just can't manipulate it through the plug. So I didn't really want to mess with none of this inside of Maximus for the high. The low, I kind of did a little bypass manipulation uh, inside of Maximus for the lows, but the mids, I got the mids muted. So if I go back and I turn the mids on, hear the difference. So if I turn Maximus completely off and I turn EQ off, right? So I'm gonna play the beat with those two plugins turned off. Matter of fact, I'm gonna turn Convolver off too. No, I'm gonna play the beat first with them on. Then I'm gonna turn them all off while I'm playing it. Okay. That much more abrupt that sounds. Harsh. It's like it's abrupt as hell. But when I kind of compress that sound down a little bit, it makes it. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to break that down real quick because this is one of my favorite songs I've ever made. And it almost didn't get created. It was the last song made on the tape. Uh, let's see, is there anything else that I wanted to do? No, I said I was going to play around for like 30 minutes. I got some other stuff that I want to take care of before it gets too late. I just really wanted to check and see if I could get this stream configured right because I always had problems getting my live stream to work for YouTube. I could stream fine on Twitch, but um, I've always had problems getting YouTube stream to work for me. So now that I see that I can get it to work for me, we're gonna be streaming a lot more on YouTube. I'm gonna keep it strictly music over here. I do stream on Twitch. The Twitch link is down in the description. It should be. It should be. It should be in the description. You go over there and follow me on Twitch if you want to see me gaming, play a little bit of everything. I'm gonna try to get into a little bit of everything, but I'm a 2K Madden type of nigga. I've been playing Fortnite with my nieces though. Fortnite. But you know what I mean, I'll play pretty much anything, but typically sports games. So if you want to see me game, you can go over there, stick around over here to watch me play around with this music. Might try to get something set up to live stream my recording sessions when it's time for me to start recording this music. But I'm gonna get up out of here. I appreciate anybody that stopped through and watched this. If you're gonna stop by and watch it, the video on demand or the recording of this live stream, I appreciate you in the future for doing that. If you're new to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe. If you want to stick around, holla at your boy. You can hit the like if you want to as well. That'll put a smile on my face. But to the next one, I'm outro.